be a sponge, and then bring the juice.
By focusing on your improvement, by focusing on your progress, and eliminating any fixed mindset that you may have and acts of perfectionism, then you encourage your own mastery.
On some level, we do what we want to do 24 hours a day. Now, sometimes it may not seem like that, but if I'm choosing to work instead of sleep, what I'm actually saying is keeping my job is more important than sleeping.
I'm tired of this. I'm tired of getting beat. What can I do to get over this hump? So mentally, that's when I kind of put that forefront, like, hey, it's either all or nothing.
I like to put failure in quotations because I don't believe that failure is true failure if you're looking at it with the right mindset.
The truth is, the journey to greatness is hard. It takes time, it takes effort, it takes focus, and every day you have to decide what you value, what you want to pursue, and what you want to achieve. And if you dig deep enough, if you push hard enough, we all have what it takes to be great. Welcome to the Edge of Greatness. Hello and welcome back to the Daily Dose. It's Friday, March 24th, which means it's quote day. And today's quote is kind of to build off yesterday and having the right people in your life. Here we go. Decide the friends, mentors, and leaders you want in your life, in your inner circle, and court them with emotional generosity. Make it matter. Gary W. Goldstein. And I love this quote, and it's the first time I've actually ever heard it was when I was reading for it today, is the court them with emotional generosity. I think that's such a valuable part of how we can go about choosing who we include in our life, right? We choose our friends, we choose our mentors, we can choose our leaders, we can choose all them, but we must court them if we want to build a relationship with them. And that emotional generosity is that ability to connect to each of these individuals in a different way. And we have to be able to be willing to give. Right? If you want something in return, it starts with a giving. And I think a lot of times too many people go into trying to find mentors and trying to find friends and leaders and people to help them with no willingness to give first. The giving is what opens the door. Hey, I see you have this problem. I have this idea. Maybe it can help you. Oh, by the way, while I'm here, I'd love to be able to pick your brain on some things. Start with helping. You're a lot more likely to get in the door, build a relationship, find a connection if you go in it from an angle and a perspective of, I'm trying to help. I'd like to help solve this problem. I think what you're doing in this realm is really cool. Have you ever thought of this? Provide something of value. Be generous with your giving and your time. And in return, these people will appreciate what you've done, and there will be a relationship that comes from it. Especially important in the mentorship situation. It can't be all take. There has to be some give. And if you don't balance that out, you're now a drain on the person you're trying to have be your mentor. Everybody's looking to grow a little bit. The ability to share back and forth is what strengthens that relationship. To tap back into the group that I was talking about yesterday with my Marco Polo group, there is often a lot of giving before asking. And that is one of the things that we have done very well with that group is we provide as much value to each other as we can. And then we also try to build a relationship and have some fun. Something I didn't mention the other day is my Marco Polo group, we're going to get together and go to a football game this year and just be guys and friends and have some fun and not be talking. I'm sure we'll talk business because that's just how we roll and that's who we are. But the point of getting together isn't to be growing our business. It's to enjoy each other's company, because we genuinely like hanging around each other at this point. We've built a good enough relationship, which started on the idea of a specific thing. It was actually to help us grow our LinkedIn audience. That was the main reason this whole group was put together, from something super small like that. And it has expanded into sharing courses, asking for ideas, where do we pivot, how do we grow, and so much more. But it all started from a place of giving. Hey, let's get this group together so we can give each other the support we need in this endeavor. So when you are out there looking to build your team, looking to add people to your group, make sure you do it from a place of giving value first. You definitely have something to give, and that may take some time to think about how you approach that. But if you only ask for things, right, you're going to spoil that relationship. There has to be value given as much as you want value received. So I don't know. I thought that was a great quote for today. I thought it balanced the talking points from yesterday about finding people. I'm curious what your thoughts are on the quote and how you've seen this in your own life. When you start to pursue the people that you want to be in your team, in your group, have you found that if you give, you get more back, or have you gone a different direction and it worked for you? I'd love to hear what you think. Yeah, you can shoot me an email. You can connect with me on Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, whatever. But let me know what your thoughts are. I'm curious to hear, when you think about building your team, what's the first thing you try to do when it comes to reaching out to a mentor, when it comes to reaching out to a leader, when it comes to growing this group of people that you want to be your support team? As always, guys, keep reaching for the stars. Fall flat on your face, remember, whenever we fall, always get up. Thank you for joining us today on the Edge of Greatness podcast. If you haven't yet, please take a minute now to subscribe and review our show. Join us again next week as we continue to dig deeper into the key components of greatness. The path to greatness is never linear, so remember to keep pursuing greatness no matter what. Keep stretching your abilities, reach for the stars, and fall flat on your face. But remember, no matter what happens, whenever we fall, always get up. Until next time, I'm Charles Schultz, and this was the Edge of Greatness podcast.